Okay, we're back. We're back with yet another PlayStation VR 2 Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. All right, and this time around, I want to fly uh, in Alaska because when was the last time that I flown in Alaska with a Skyhawk 172? And that's why I'm using a Skyhawk 172, so I can have a better a view of the scenery as I'm flying around with the Skyhawk 172. Hold on, let me just position the microphone like that. There you go. I'm cleaning my lens. You have to clean your lens. It's very important. All right. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's better. All right, that's good. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. 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 Okay. And of course, I have my hottest 4. Listen, there's no way that I am playing Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 without hottest 4. You need this. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you, you need this. And it's only $85 from what I have heard. It's only $85. This is definitely worth the purchase. Trust me. Okay, let's go. Hold on. Wait a minute. I forgot. There we go. Now we're ready. There we go. Now we're ready to rock and roll. Gears up. It's been a long time since I've flown these little Cessnas, Skyhawks, single propeller engine. Let's look at the highway. Welcome to Alaska. There's the mountains right there. You can see them. Rocky Mountains of Alaska. Let me adjust my seat, my height. There we go. That's better. That's better. There we go. It's much, much better. I have to be a little bit taller. I have to be a little bit taller, you know. I have to be a little bit bigger, and I have to be a little bit taller. Because I'm an alpha man. Alpha man. So far, I am very impressed with what Asobo has done here. I have no complaints. No complaints, none whatsoever. Maybe we'll see a Kodiak bear. Oh, they're around here. Trust me. Kodiak bears are around here. They're pretty big. So I have to go around these mountains because this Cessna 172 Skyhawk cannot go like too much of a high altitude, so we'll have to, you know, work our way around the mountains. That's my co-pilot. Looks like it's raining. Here comes the rain. Here we go. Told you. Here comes the rain. You can see the mountains right there in the distance. It's been a while since I flown these small Cessnas, single propeller engine Cessnas. They're good for like scenery. If you want to look at the scenery, they're perfect for scenery. But I still prefer a helicopter, either Bell 407 or Huey. Bell 407 or Huey. That's what I recommend if you really want to like enjoy the scenery. And the beauty about helicopters using a Bell 407 or Huey is you can land wherever you want to land. Remember when I was doing a Grand Canyon with a helicopter, I was able to land. I was able to walk around. You can do that with this too, but it's still a plane. You know, this is still a Cessna plane, and with this plane, you know, you need a flat surface to land and to stop. With a helicopter, you can stop at that spot, and you can just descend slowly. You can't do that with an airplane, with a plane like Cessna, Skyhawk. You need like something like that, like a good runway, flat surface to stop. So you're kind of limited to where you can land, but it's still good for scenery. Like if you want to just fly around to look at the scenery, sure. But I would still prefer helicopters, right? Helicopters are the best. That's my opinion on that, like helicopters for sure. Because of the helicopter, I could land here, I can walk around, I can pick and choose any location. And this is why I always recommend helicopter. Which one do I like better? Bell 407 or Huey? Huey's my favorite. It's just such an excellent helicopter to maneuver. So Huey's my favorite. There's no question about it. Bell 407, there's a lot of, tweaking you have to do. You have to tweak everything. You have to calibrate your HOTAS 4 joystick. You have to calibrate the sensitivity. So you have to tweak the sensitivity. And then you have to find the sweet spot. You know. And then you have to get a hang of it, like how to fly that helicopter, which takes a little bit of a learning curve. But Huey is just right out of the gate. Huey, which is also designed by Bell. So it's yet another Bell helicopter. Huey's Bell. I would suggest Huey. until we get the Black Hawk, whenever the Black Hawk comes out. I can't wait. I still didn't get a chance to try Aces of Thunder, and the only reason I'm hesitant to try Aces of Thunder, because I heard some people complaining about the controls are not all that good, the multiplayer, there's barely anybody there on a multiplayer. I don't know, I heard mixed reviews about Aces of Thunder, and I'm not going to, you know, gamble my money on something that I'm not like 100% sure. I'm surprised that there isn't a demo. Like, I'm surprised that they haven't released a demo for Aces of Thunder. Release the demo. Let me. You have to. Here's the thing. When it comes to VR, you got to give me a demo. I need to see if this is something I want to invest my money and time into. You know, and not having a demo, man. It's, to me, that's a, you know, no way, dude. Especially since I've heard so many mixed reviews about it. Alright? And when you hear mixed reviews and there's no demo, I don't know, man. I'm not sold on that. I know it's only $30 per se. It's only, yeah, I know it's only $30, but still, I don't want to waste my $30 on something that has a mixed reviews and there's no demo for me to try. I need a demo, man. One of the things I liked about MetaQuest, MetaQuest 3, and on the MetaQuest store, there would always be a demo for you to try out before you buy the game. On VR, right? There will always be a demo, and I wish that PlayStation VR 2 would do more of that often, more of that often. I wish that they would release the demos, like, you know. But they're not doing that, you know. People say, but they're third-party publishers. Sony can really control what they do. True, but Sony still can tell them, this is our platform. You want to release the game on our platform, here's the rules. You need a demo. Sony can do that. Sony could easily do that. It's their platform. They can make the boundaries and rules, and they can tell the third. Yeah, they can. Sony has the right to tell the publishers, hey, if you want to put your game in our store, here are the requirements. We need a demo. You have to release the demo. So sure, Sony still has some say to it if they wanted to. So when people say, oh, but Sony has nothing to do, no, they do. Sony has the control over the third-party publisher when it comes to putting their games on the platform. They can tell them, no, here's our requirements. You need a demo. You want to sell your game? You need to release the demo. And I miss the days of demos. You know, that's one of the things that bothers me today. All of these companies, they just want your money. Like, all of these developers, they just want your money. But none of them releases the demo. Even with a James Bond, where's the demo for James Bond? Demo is very important, man. Without the demo, dude, I you know what? You're not selling me on it. Even with a James Bond 007, where's the demo? Demo is very important. So when it comes to Aces of Thunder, even though I know it's $30, I know it's not like ridiculous amount of money, but still, even $30, I don't want to waste my $30 on something that I'm not so sure about. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that there's a demo. Let me try the demo. Let me see if it's worth, you know, investing $30. I'm not going to waste $30 on something that I don't even know if I'm going to enjoy. So I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me on this. Demo is very important. You need to have a demo. Developers need to understand, if you want your game to be selling really well, if you want your game to be very successful, the best way to do that is the demo. Look at Samsung. Well, it's a perfect example. Let's use Samsung, right? Let's use Samsung. Well, let's use both Samsung, not a Samsung. We're not talking about a Samsung brand from Korea, from South Korea. We're talking about Samsung, a biblical name, Samsung, a video game, Samsung. They recently released Samsung on Steam. There was no demo. And what happened to the game? Even though it was only $25, I know it's not a big amount of money. Okay, it's dirt cheap. It's $25, but even with Samsung being dirt cheap, $25, people still refunded the game. They were not happy. They were like, what kind of crap is this? So demo is very important. So let's look at all these flops. Samsung. And again, we're not talking about a Samsung. We're talking about a Samsung. A video game, Samsung, that was released on Steam. No demo. And people purchased it blindly for $25 and they didn't like it. Okay? So Samsung. Flop. Why did it flop? No demo. Why didn't they release the demo? Well, we know why. Because the game sucked. That's why they didn't release the demo. There's your proof. If a developer doesn't release a demo, then they have something they want to hide. They're trying to hide something. This is just a logical thinking. It's, you have a brain for a reason. You're given this brain to think. It doesn't mean you're always right, but you have it for a reason to think. Why they're keeping it so secret? Why aren't they releasing the demo? Well, we'll find out why. Samsung sucked. Unfinished game. Right? Unfinished game. What happened to my favorite, Mind's Eye? What happened to Mind's Eye? No demo. And I've been telling everybody, this is a red flag. This is a red flag. No demo, that's a red flag. What happened? The game sucked. It was one of the worst games of, 2025 summer. And it's still considered one of the worst games of 2025 summer. Mind's Eye, total disaster. What happened? No demo. Code Violet. What happened with Code Violet? No demo. Even though I enjoyed it for whatever it was, the game sucked. It wasn't received really well. Terrible reviews, right? Even though I enjoyed it for what it was, and I'm looking forward to the sequel, but the game sucked. Ultraviolet sucked. What happened to Ultraviolet? No demo. No demo. What are the odds that every single game that comes out without a demo, it sucks? Why is that? Why is that? But it's called logical thinking. If you refuse to release a demo, that means you're afraid. You are afraid of failure. That means that you don't have a good product. That means you're not confident. That means you're not confident about your product. You're not so sure. And whenever you see that, trust me, that's a red flag. That means the product, it's not good. It's not ready for prime time. If the developers are not confident enough that this is ready for a prime time, you know that it's going to suck. So I'm just trying to give you guys a little piece of advice. This is why I'm very careful when it comes to purchasing games, when it comes to pre-ordering games. Now, Grand Theft Auto 6, of course, that's easy. But Grand Theft Auto 6, it's once in a lifetime. It's a once in a lifetime game. Of course, anyone will purchase that without even thinking. But we're not talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. We're talking about all these other games. And not every game it's worth your hard-earned cash. Not every game it's worth your hard-earned cash. Not every game it's worth it. And this is why we need demos. I don't need a demo for Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't need a demo for Grand Theft Auto 6. I know Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be a masterpiece. I don't need a demo for Grand Theft Auto 6. nor do I need a demo for Red Dead Redemption 3 when it comes out. But those are specific once in a lifetime games. Okay, those are the once in a lifetime. You have to wait 20 years. I mean, you're going to be a senior citizen by the time they release Grand Theft Auto 7. Yeah, some of you will be senior citizens, ready for Social Security, to collect your Social Security. Yeah, you will be collecting Social Security by the time they release Grand Theft Auto 7. Right? I'll be what, 70 years old? 70 years old when they release Grand Theft Auto 7. Yeah, but that's a one exception. Grand Theft Auto is one exception. But not every game is Grand Theft Auto. Not every game is Red Dead Redemption 2. There's a lot of games out there that are not worth your time. And they suck. And this is why you need a demo. And that's my whole point about like Aces of Thunder. If developers want to convince me, well, you know what, developers, you can just give me a copy of the game and let me try it out. How's that? There you go. Give me a copy of the game and I'll let you know what I think. Are they going to do that? Probably not, because they're looking for a paid shill, and I'm not a paid shill. They're probably looking for somebody who's excited, who's willing to fanboy about the Aces of Thunder and say all the great things about the Aces of Thunder. I'm not a shill, but that's what the developers are looking for. They're looking for paid shills, and I'm not a paid shill. So they're not going to give me a copy of that game. Because they'll probably, they would be worried, oh my God, is he going to say some negative things? Well, I would address both negatives and positives. And that's what you're supposed to do when you are reviewing a product. You're supposed to give both negatives and positives. Nothing is perfect. No product is perfect. But you have to be honest. You have to be transparent. You have to acknowledge to the audience and be transparent to the audience, hey, here's what's positive about this, and here's what's negative about this. And then you make a decision as a consumer, knowing the negatives, knowing the positives, if this is for me. But no one's doing that anymore because you have a bunch of shills. I've seen a bunch of shills, paid shills for Aces of Thunder, and they all said, oh, I received a copy of this game for free. Oh, gee whiz. The copy was provided to me by the developer. Oh, okay. So you're going to shill. All right, I got it. So that's what you have going on right now on YouTube, is a paid shills, and so many paid shills out there. It's just ridiculous. And I don't like that, honestly. I think that's the most disgusting thing that I have experienced on YouTube. And I have been on YouTube for 12 years now, creating content on YouTube for 12 years. And after 12 years, the most disgusting thing I've ever seen was the shilling. How the YouTube is allowing these companies to use these big time YouTube influencers who have millions of subscribers, millions of views, the big celebrities of YouTube, and they're using these YouTube influencers to shill for all of these games, right? To shill for Forza Horizon 6. Everything's great, nothing's negative, everything's perfect. Wow, gee whiz, wow. How's that possible? Well, that's possible when you are shilling for a product. So that's where we are, man. And it's really hard to find an honest YouTuber these days. And I can speak honestly about this because I'm a veteran of YouTube. I've been around for 12 years. Okay, so I can tell you this from experience. I didn't just started making videos. I've been doing this for a long time. And after 12 years, I know what I'm talking about. Okay? I don't need to be educated on YouTube and how YouTube works. I'm very well aware on how this company works. I've been using this platform for 12 years. Okay? yeah, there's positives and there's negatives, and you know, sure, there's positives about YouTube. You know, like I enjoy making videos. I enjoy doing this. I love sharing. People say, well, what's like so intriguing to you about YouTube? Well, the intriguing part about the YouTube, it's broadcasting. It's like having your own TV channel. It's like, think of it like you got your own TV channel. You got your own television channel, and you're broadcasting your television channel. And you're sharing what you're sharing, right? Whatever you are sharing, and whatever it is that you're talking about. Like a podcast, like having your own radio show, right? So that's the positive about YouTube. The negative is there's a lot of shilling. A lot of shills, sponsored shills, whether it's the television, you know, like I used to do televisions back in 2016. When it came to like reviewing TVs, like Vizio, Samsung, Sony, what else did I have? TCL, LG, right? LG OLEDs, all of these brands. When I used to review televisions, Samsung QLED televisions and OLEDs from LG, and Sony TVs, there's been a lot of shilling. My God, the amount of shills there was on a and there still is. And you can tell like that these guys are shilling. Like, I'm not gonna name any specific name of the channel, but you might know who they are. Like, the amount of shilling, dude, it was disgusting. And it's one of the main reasons why I quit, honestly, because it was so disgusting. I felt like I don't want to be part of this community. I don't want to be part of a community where everyone's shilling. No one's being honest. And then not only was it so many shills, but it was also toxic. There was two things going on when I was doing television. Not only did you have so many paid shills, but on top of paid shills, you also had very toxic individuals, very rude, very nasty. I mean, it was just really bad. It was just a really bad community, and I was like, I don't want to be part of this community. So I quit. I left. You know. So that's what you have on YouTube right now. A lot of shills. People say, but weren't you a shill? No. LG, when LG gave me my TV, I told LG, listen, you're giving me this TV. It was a C10. They said, don't call it CX, call it C10. The C10 in 2020 was the very first, I was among the very first people to have this TV. It was the very first G-Sync 120 hertz LG OLED TV with a very good response time, low latency, with all the bells and whistles, Dolby Vision for gaming, right? All that jazz. And I told LG when I was talking to them in Seoul, South Korea, I told them, I'm not going to like shill for this. I'm going to be completely honest. If you're going to give me this, cool, but I need you to understand that I'm going to address negatives and positive about the TV. You know, and I did address the negative. One of the negatives I addressed about the LG OLED was the firmware update. I said, why do I have to go through my PC and use a USB dongle to go to your website on my PC and then transfer that firmware to a memory stick, and then use that memory stick and then plug it into the USB, back of the USB of my television. It was LG OLED. And I complained about that. And I said, why are we doing it like this? Why do we have to use a firmware update from your website? It's inconvenient that I have to use a USB dongle, USB memory stick, plug it into my gaming laptop, go to your website, download it, extract it to my USB stick, and then use that USB stick and then plug it into the back of LG OLED USB input, and then transfer it there and then update it there like that. And I talked about that. That was negative. I also talked about the filmmaker mode. I said the filmmaker mode is not that good. It's too dark. It's too dimmed. I don't like it. So I did cover both positives and negatives, but I said for gaming, LG OLED C10, which I still have, it's excellent for gaming. I believe it was a 42 inch. It was a 42 inch. I still have it. Is it 42? I'm sorry, 47 inch. 47 inch LG OLED, which I still have. 47 inch LG OLED C10. And I covered both positives and negatives. So I'm not a shill. You know, even this Xbox. Well, let's look at Xbox. Like, I'm done with the Xbox. I just made a video where I said I'm done with the Xbox. Why? Because it's not working. Their Xbox app is not working. I just refunded. Actually, I appreciate the fact that the Microsoft refunded my money, which I appreciate that. You know, it's really nice of them that they did that they refunded the money. So thank you, Microsoft, for refunding the money. Thank you. But still, I told them. I wrote them a letter. They asked me, like, why what's going on? Why are you quitting? And I told them, this is unacceptable. Okay? I'm using your preview build. I'm using your Windows 11 preview build. The latest updates, latest everything. Everything's up to date. My NVIDIA drivers up to date. Everything's up to date, and your Xbox app is not working. I can't play one single game. And that's it. I quit. I said goodbye. You see, I'm not a shill. I give credit when the credit is deserved. And I criticized when it needs to be criticized. That's what makes me very unique from everybody else out there on the YouTube. That's why I'm very unique. It's not because of my beautiful good looks. It's because of my uniqueness. Okay? I'm very transparent, and I'm also very honest, and I'm very unbiased. I talk about the products that I have experienced. I don't talk about the products that I've never experienced. So that's the uniqueness that I have, that's different from all the other content creators out there. And I've been creating content for 12 years. I'm a veteran. 12 years of creating content on YouTube. Look how many videos I have. So that's just the facts. But I still enjoy broadcasting, sharing with you guys. I still enjoy doing this. No one's forcing me to do this. Like, no one's forcing me, hey, wake up in the morning, oh, you got to do this. I just want to, for those of you who are watching, to hear it from me, to hear it from the horse's mouth, to hear it directly from me. So now you can hear it from me directly. I do this because I want to do it. I'm not doing it because I have to do it. I'm not doing it because I'm desperate. Now, is my time value? Yes. Do I want to profit money? Yes. Because I know what I'm worth it. I know what my time is worth it. I know the value of me, and I know the value of my time. I don't waste my time on anything. I don't waste my time for nothing. Okay? But I'm not doing it because I'm desperate. I'm not doing it because I'm so desperate for this to make a quick dollar here or there. You know, I'm not that desperate. All right. So I just want to put this in perspective. I'm not desperate. I'm not doing this because I'm like some sort of a bum on the street that's begging for $1. You got me all figured out wrong. You got me all figured out wrong. Now, I don't like doing shit for free, okay? But I also know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth it. I know my value, and I'm not gonna waste my value for free. So that any schmuck, any rundown schmuck come in and just waste my time and my energy with their bunch of nonsense for free. Free loading for free. Sorry, it's not how it works. My time is the value. My time costs money. But I'm not doing this just because of the money. I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it. No one's forcing me to do it. So I want you to hear all of this directly from me, not from some other clowns behind fake profiles on their Discords or their StreamYards or their fake disposable emails profiles on the Reddit or whatever the hell is that you guys go to, Facebook groups, all these shitty ass places that you guys go to. I want you to hear it from me, directly from me, from the horse's mouth. Okay? So that way you don't have to waste your time going to these stupid groups and these stupid Discords, listening to all the bullshit. You can hear it directly from me. I do this because I want to do it. Okay? I'm not desperate. I'm very happy. I'm probably the happiest guy on the planet, bro. Oh, look at this. I enjoy every day of my life. My life is great, dude. And I think people are jealous of my freedoms that I have because I'm not tied up to anybody. I'm not a slave to anybody. Nobody has shackles on me. No one tells me what to do. I do what I want to do. And same thing with this YouTube. No one forced me to work YouTube for 12 years. Okay? No one says, oh, you have to do this for 12 years. No. I did it because I wanted to do it. Same thing with Meta Horizon World. No one was forcing me to stay in a character as John Wick Returns. And people have asked me, why are you staying in character, dude? You don't get paid for this. Why you don't? Some people have asked me genuinely, like, why, dude? You're not getting paid for this. You're doing this for free. Why are you doing this for free? You have talent. You sound like Keanu. You look like Keanu as a character in the Avatar. You move like him. You talk like him. You stay in the character. You never break the character. Why are you doing this for free? You could be making a lot of money off of this. You could put these videos on the TikTok. You know what I said to those individuals who asked me that? I'm not doing this for the money. I do this because I want to do it. Guys, when I do certain things, I do it because I want to do it. It's not all about this. But that's what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm desperate for this. You're thinking if you throw some money at me, you can buy my friendship. That's another mistake that some of you guys are making. Oh, you're going to buy me. Listen, if you decide to buy me a video game, that's on you. No one's forcing you to buy me a video game. No one's forcing you to gift me anything. That is on you. That is your choice. That is on you. Okay? But don't think if you throw money at me that you're going to buy my friendship. Don't think if you gift me something that you're going to buy my friendship. That doesn't work on me. Okay? You can buy me out. You can lobby me. You can own me. You can control me. You can manipulate me. You can do jack shit. I'm totally free. And I do what I want to do and how I want to do it when it's convenient for me. And I do this because it's convenient for me to do it. I'm not doing it because I have to do it. That's what's so unique about me. And that's different from all the other content creators. They do it because they have to do it. I don't have to. Dr. Disrespect. He has to put on that wig. He has to put on those sunglasses. You know, do you want to know why? Because he has to do it. That's his career. That's his job. He has to do it. He has no choice. Me? I don't need to do this. I always have a choice. And I think that's why some of you are jealous. It's because of that. It's because of that. Because of my freedoms that I have. And you guys don't have those freedoms. You only dream and wish about. And you wish about, oh, I wish I could be like Mr. 4K. Well, you can be. But you got to get out of that comfort zone. You guys are stuck in that comfort zone. You need to get out of the comfort zone, man. It's true. If you truly want to be free, you need to get out of that comfort zone. A lot of you guys are stuck in a comfort zone because you are afraid. You stink of fear. You have anxiety, panic attacks because you're living in that fear. You got to break out of that comfort zone. I'm telling you right now. You worry too much about what other people think. You worry too much about what other people think of you. I don't give a shit about that. I live my life for me. I don't live my life for the entire world. I don't live my life for 8.4 billion people on this planet who don't know me. I live my life for me and only me. Now, those who want to appreciate me, they will have to go by my rules and boundaries and standards. I told this to a lot of women who wanted to date me. I said, you want to date me? Well, here are the boundaries. Here's the rules. Here's what you have to understand. This is who I am. And if you don't like this, then don't waste my time. But if you want to be part of this and you want to enjoy this, then you have to understand my boundaries. You have to understand my rules. I cannot be controlled. I cannot be put in chains and shackles. I cannot be a lapdog. I cannot be a toy. And they don't want to hear that. They don't like that. Anyway, this is who I am. Look how beautiful this is. And then all the PC Master Race guys. Oh, the foveated rendering. It's terrible. Yo, these guys. Yo. PC Master Race. It's the next level. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. You know, I have a question for you, PC Master Race guys. Are you ready for my question? Are you ready? I have a question to all of you PC Master Race. Are you watching? Okay, good. Are you listening? Okay, good. I have a question for all of you PC Master Race. Hear me out, loud and clear. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you listening? All right, here's my question. If your bourgeois, super expensive, bourgeois, super elite, expensive Bugatti PCs are so sophisticated, if your bourgeois, Bugatti, super expensive, elite PCs are so sophisticated, why are you wasting your time talking about consoles? Why are you wasting your time talking about PlayStation? Talking about Nintendo? Aren't you supposed to be enjoying your bourgeois Bugatti, super expensive bourgeois Bugatti PC? Aren't you supposed to be enjoying it? It sounds to me like you guys are not enjoying your bourgeois Bugatti, super expensive elite PCs. It sounds to me like you're struggling. It sounds to me like you guys are salty. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway, let's enjoy this. This is Alaska. Look how beautiful this is. Look at this, man. Can we land over here, huh? Let's see. This is just beautiful. I don't know. Can we land here? See, this is why I prefer a helicopter. With a helicopter, I could have landed on top of that mountain. This is why I tell you guys, helicopter is the best. Helicopter is the best. Look at this. What do you think? What do you think? My lovely co-pilot. Isn't she lovely? Look at this. Wow. I have zero issue with a foveated rendering. It looks great. Looks fantastic. Again, where's all this negativity coming from? You know, you've seen those YouTubers out there complaining about the foveated rendering. The foveated rendering is terrible. It is terrible. Where's it coming from? PC Master Race. PC Master Race, man, I'm telling you, you guys are... You guys are sad. And you should be sad, because you wasted $6,000 on your bourgeois Bugatti high-end PC that doesn't work, and then you wasted $2,000 on a VR headset that also is having a difficult time rendering in 8K resolution. What a waste of money. What a waste of money. That's what it is, man. They're just sad. These individuals are sad that they had to waste all that money. The money that they don't have on their bourgeois Bugatti super high-end PCs. I would rather pay for PS5 Pro than to pay $900 for a gaming laptop or a gaming desktop. Because I know once I purchase that PS5 Pro, I know that everything is catered and calibrated to work perfectly out of the box. And this is the reason why I want to purchase PS5 Pro. By the end of this year, hopefully Christmas, holiday season, hopefully Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving, before Grand Theft Auto 6, because I certainly want to play Grand Theft Auto 6 with a PS5 Pro. There's no question about it. I want to experience Grand Theft Auto 6 with PS5 Pro. And I'll gladly pay for PS5 Pro $900. Now, if I can find it used, if the GameStop has it used for like $750, oh yeah, if I can, I don't care if it's missing a stand, you know, or if it's missing, even if it's missing a controller, I don't care. I have a bunch of extra PS5 controllers. I have plenty of PS5 controllers. I don't care. As long as I can get a working PS5 Pro, I don't care if it's scratched up and has no stand, and if it has no controller, it's $750. I'll buy it used for $750. So if I can find it used, I will buy it used for $750, as long as it works. I have no issues paying $750 for PS5 Pro. I'm just telling you right now, I have no problem paying $750 if I can find it for $750 in GameStop store if I'm lucky enough to find one in a GameStop store for $750, I'll gladly buy it for $750. As long as it's working. As long as it's working. If the console is working, I'm buying it for $750. That is if I can find it for $750. But what if it's $800, but it's used? It's a unboxed, unpackaged, open box. Unpackaged, open box for $800. I'll still buy it. So what? The guy just opened it, put it back in, closed it, whatever. I'll buy it for $800. So if I can find it used, I'll buy it used. But if I can't find it used, then I'll just go with a brand new. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find used PS5 Pros. But even if I don't find a used PS5 Pro, I'm still willing to pay $900 for PS5 Pro instead of a PC. Why? Because PC is a disaster zone, dude. Nothing works. Always issues. And I have a pretty good gaming laptop, dude. I got i9 processor. i9 processor. I forgot how many cores. Ridiculous amount of cores. You know, 6.9 gigahertz with I don't know how many cores. I think it's like 18 cores. 6.9 gigahertz, 18 cores. i9 processor, the latest generation. 4070. I got 16 gigs of RAM, memory RAM, 16 gigs of memory RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. And I'm still having difficult time playing these new games. Nothing is working. Always crashing. Always issues. Always problems. No thank you. No thank you. I've seen people with 5090s. With a 5090s having issues. I've seen people with 5080s having issues. And these are top of the line GPUs. You see, I don't want to waste my money on spending the entire day trying to get a game to work. And that's what you PC Master Race are doing. You are spending the entire day, you spend the entire day trying to get the game to work. And you spend so much money on these GPUs, CPUs, liquid cooling, all these motherboards, ultra-wide screens, etc., keyboards, mouses, you name it. You guys spend so much money on the SSD drives, on memory RAM, all power supplies, all of this. And it costs you a fortune. And it costs you a fortune. A fortune. And you still have to spend the entire day trying to get these games to work. Try to optimize these games. Try to make these games work. No thank you. No thank you. I would rather spend $900 on a PS5 Pro instead of dealing with a PC nonsense. You want to know why? Because when it comes to gaming, this is the advantage that the console has that the PC gaming doesn't have. Now, let's be clear. PC, it's a personal computer. I use my personal computer to do this, to live stream, right? To video edit, to create music, right? It's a personal computer. But when it comes to gaming, I say no to PC. PC gaming, you can forget me. Forget me. Forget me. Forget me. Forget me with PC gaming. When it comes to a console, convenient, easy use of access, user-friendly, and above all, everything gets catered, everything gets calibrated, everything gets optimized for all of us who are using that console. And we don't have to worry about anything. Like this. This is catered and optimized and calibrated to work perfectly right out of the box. And I don't have to do any tweaking. I don't have to do anything. On a PC, forget it. How many times would this thing crash? How many times I would have to optimize and tweak this? Download this update. Download that update. Let me tell you something. Guys, this is why I'll pay $900 for PS5 Pro any day, anytime. Once I have the money, of course. Once I have the money, sure. Once I'm able, once I have the money, then as soon as I have the money, I will buy it. I will buy the PS5 Pro. Believe me when I tell you, you will see me with the PS5 Pro by the end of this year. Guaranteed. Guaranteed you will see me with the PS5 Pro. 100%. 100%. 100% you will see this bozo with the PS5 Pro. And I'm going to be very happy. Just like I was happy with Nintendo Switch 2. An amazing experience with Nintendo Switch 2. All of the games worked perfectly. Resident Evil Requiem ran perfectly. Not one time did I have any issues with a Resident Evil Requiem. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard worked perfectly. Not one time did I had any issues. Resident Evil 8 Village worked perfectly. Not one time did I had any issues. You can go watch those live streams. You can go watch those videos. It's all there. It's documented. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. Not one time that I had any issues. Not one time did the game ever crash. This is all documented. This is all credibility. But if you look at my PC videos, a pure nightmare. A pure nightmare. A pure nightmare. 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 These are facts. I don't care if you like me or don't like me. I really don't give a shit. But you can't argue the facts. These are the facts. And I think that's the problem with you, PC Master Race, is you do not want to hear what's not pleasing to your ears. And what is it that it's not pleasing to your ears? Oh, let me think. The facts. The facts are not pleasing to your ears because you wasted so much money on your bourgeois Bugatti PCs. That's a fact. That is a fact. Can I land over here? I don't know. Maybe I should use a helicopter. Maybe I should land here and use a helicopter. The best way to experience... what's the name of this place? Girdwood? Girdwood? Small town, Girdwood. Dude, I would love to live here. This is so beautiful. Girdwood, Alaska. Oh my God. This is where I want to retire, bro. Hey, what do you think? You think we should retire right here? Me and you? Girdwood, this is it, man. This is where I want to retire, right here. Right here. Right here. Hold on, let me land over here. Let's walk around. I would love to retire here. This is my retirement. I'm telling you right now, Alaska Girdwood. Oh, this is my retirement right here. Right here. Right here. Let me land over here. Hold on. This is beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful. This is exactly where I want to retire. Right here. I want to retire right here. But first, let's land, huh? Let's do that first. The gear is down. It has a beautiful lake and the mountains. Girdwood, Alaska. This is the place I'm gonna retire. This is it. This is the place. I'm telling you right now. Girdwood. Oh. Girdwood. Is it Girdwood? 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 Yeah. I certainly want to retire here. Me and you. What? You don't want to retire here? Why not? This is Girdwood. Let's take a screenshot of this. I want to retire. I don't remember this name. It's a Girdwood. It's a Girdwood. Hey, listen, I'm going to walk around a little bit. You stay here, all right? Okay? All right? Wow. Look at Girdwood. Yo. Yo, this is beautiful. Girdwood, Alaska. This is where I'm retiring. Right here. This is so beautiful. Oh my God. Yo. And it has a lake over there. I'm retiring here. Look, it says Mr. 4K. How cool is that? Guys, I'm retiring here. This is it. Now you know my retirement. My retirement home. It's right here. Girdwood, Alaska. Girdwood, Alaska. Oh my God. Girdwood, Alaska. This is it. Wow. Oh, did I tell you guys I'm a sexy redhead? Forgot to tell you. I have transitioned. I'm a sexy redhead. I'm gonna retire here with my girlfriend over there. We're gonna retire here at the Girdwood, Alaska. We're going to feed Kodiak bears. We're gonna raise Kodiak bears, and we're gonna ride on the Kodiak bears up the mountain. Instead of horses, we'll use Kodiak bears and we'll ride. And we're also going to make friends with Sasquatches. And we'll be using the Kodiak bears to ride instead of horses. Look at that small town. Beautiful. Huh? That's the town of Girdwood. Wow. And there's a lake over there. It's a giant lake. Man, Girdwood. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Let's go visit Girdwood, man. Let's go over there. Let's walk around. This is what I like about the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Pick a location on the planet and discover. I just discovered this town. I would have never... You probably never heard of this town, did you? Girdwood. But thanks to me, thanks to Mr. 4K, now you know about it. Now you're going to be talking about it, Girdwood. Girdwood! But remember, yours truly discovered this town for you. Girdwood. Look how beautiful it is. This is my retirement here. going to retire here. Happily. We're going to Girdwood. We're going to Girdwood town. That's right. With my sexy redhead. Look at her, man. She's sexy, huh? God damn. God damn. You can have her. She's mine. Mine only. She belongs to me. Okay, we're going to Girdwood. It's, you know, it's a long trip till we get there to downtown. This is downtown. Small town, downtown. Right next to the mountain, bro. The entire downtown, the entire city, small town. It's built next to the mountain. Look at this. That's the downtown of this city. Of this small town. What happened here? Sasquatches? They were angry. You know what it is? They were angry. The people who live in this Girdwood did not give them any beef jerky. And they were pissed off that didn't give them any beef jerky. And that's why they broke these trees. Like, we want the beef jerky. We're neighbors. You live right next to us. We're neighbors. And you're not going to give us any beef jerky? That's not nice. Listen. I will become a mayor of the Girdwood. And as a mayor of Girdwood, I will turn it into a law that says you have to leave a beef jerky outside your door at night when you go to sleep. Before you go to sleep, you have to leave a bunch of beef jerky at your door, outside your door, for the Sasquatches to pick it up and eat it. This is going to be a law. You have to do this. It will be a written law. And if you don't comply, there'll be a hefty fine you have to pay, like a $1,000 fine. Each night you don't leave a beef jerky outside the door of your house, you will have to pay a $1,000 fine. You must leave a beef jerky outside your front door for Sasquatches, because they're our neighbors. We live right next to them. In the Girdwood, this is the law. In Girdwood, Alaska. Hold on. Look at this town. Beautiful. There's a downtown right there. Yes, it's a small town, but it's a downtown. Let me see. Yeah, this is a downtown. For a small town, this is a pretty big downtown, trust me. Oh, we're getting closer to downtown of the small town. Downtown Girdwood. And look, there's a road that takes you up there on top of the mountain where Sasquatches live. Practically we're neighbors to Sasquatches. And Kodiak bears, but Kodiak bears, they're pets. We use them as pets. Welcome to Alaska. Girdwood, Alaska. This is downtown. Welcome to downtown. Downtown village of Girdwood. Girdwood. Let's take a photo here. Hold on. Downtown Girdwood. There it is. We'll take a shortcut here. This is the downtown right here. Nice view of the lake. Hey, hello. I thought that was a person. No, it's just some plants. Plants on the balcony. I'm going to be a new mayor. Hello. Open the door. I'm your new neighbor. I'm your new mayor. A sexy, hot red neighbor and a sexy, hot red mayor. Look, this is your mayor, man. Come on, man. Girdwood, you should be very lucky that you have a mayor like this, that is this good looking. Okay? Not only is she a neighbor, but she's also your mayor. You got a sexy, hot neighbor and a sexy, hot, red hot mayor. Think about it. Think about it. Sexy, hot, red neighbor and sexy, hot, red mayor. Now let's go high over here. There's another house over here. They can get a better view of Girdwood. Girdwood. Why they call it a Girdwood? There was a guy called Gird, and ever since he saw her, this sexy redhead, who happens to be a neighbor, and a pilot, and a mayor, the previous mayor who resigned had a wood. Yes, he had a wood on when he saw her. He had a big wood when he saw her. And he says, all right, since you are my replacement as a mayor, I'm going to name this town Girdwood. So that's why they call it Girdwood. The previous mayor who was retiring, he said, I can't remember last time I had an erection. He says the last time he had an erection was when Nixon broke the Watergate. And now after so many years, so many decades, he finally has an erection thanks to her. Thanks to this redhead. And that's why they call it Girdwood. I'm giving you a little backstory about this town. A town that I have discovered. It's a big town. It's not a small town. There's a mountain over there. This is where Sasquatches live. Look at this beautiful view, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. This is just beautiful. Wow. Wow. Look at this. This is the old mayor's house The ex-mayor house. He's retired. His name is Gerd. Gerd. Named after him, the town called the Girdwood. Wow, it's a beautiful town, huh? Huh? Look at it. Isn't this a beautiful town or what? Trying to tell me it's not a beautiful town? Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Beautiful town. Wow. Beautiful. 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 Wow. Beautiful town. See, this is the beauty about PlayStation VR 2 and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's not just flying. It's the fact that you can use a small Cessna airplane and you can land on these small towns and and then discover these small towns. Or you can use a helicopter. Like helicopter, instead of a Cessna, you can use a helicopter and you can land anywhere you want to land on this planet, and you can walk around wherever you want to walk around. This is the beauty about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 in VR. This is the point that some of you are missing when it comes to Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's not so much the flying. It's discovering, exploring. Like my Dora the Explorer over here. We just discovered this town called the Girdwood, and we're now exploring this beautiful town called Girdwood. Look at the. You would never. I guarantee you never heard of this town, unless you live in Alaska, right? But I guarantee you, majority of you never heard of this town in Alaska. But now you'll know about it. Now you will hear about it. Now you're going to be Googling Girdwood. Now you'll be researching Girdwood. Thanks to yours truly, Christopher Columbus. Look how beautiful this town is. And this is where I want to retire. Girdwood. Why wouldn't I want to retire here? Are you kidding me? Look at this town. It's beautiful. There's lake. I can go on a boat. I can go skiing, climbing. What's not to like about the Girdwood? Dude. What about the vampires? Well, I can't be bothered with that, 30 days of nights. I can't be bothered with that nonsense. Oh, I know what. We have Sasquatches. There you go. We made a deal. We made a deal with Sasquatches to protect us from those bloodthirsty vampires. They come out at night for 30 days of night. When it's 30 days of night, we have Sasquatches to protect us. We made a deal with Sasquatch. So Sasquatches will protect us. They will fight those vampires. So you see, I figured it all out. As a mayor, as a mayor, as the sexiest redhead mayor of this town, I figured it all out. I figured it all out. Amazing. Look at this town. Beautiful. What is this? Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's starting to rain. I better go back to my Cessna plane, to my Skyhawk. Let's take one more photo. This is just beautiful. There. And then we'll take one more photo here. Girdwood right here. Okay, let's go back to our plane. See, it's raining, I told you. Girdwood. So what do you think, huh? Not bad. I told you. I told you. All right, so we need to turn around here. But before we do that, I need to see on the map, where is this Girdwood, so I can remember it. Right? I mean, that's the whole point. I need to remember where this Girdwood is. I know, right? What kind of mayor would I be if I don't remember the location of my town? Hold on. Let me look at the location. So let me check the location. I need to see where is this located. The Girdwood. So that's where the Girdwood is located. Ah. Let me take a screenshot of this so I can remember. Okay, we have the screenshot. Now we know. We know where it's located. We know where it's located, so it's all good. All right, let's go ahead and let's take off. But I would suggest that you guys use helicopter, Because with a helicopter, I can land anywhere I want to land. With a helicopter, you're free to land and explore wherever you want to explore. Let's say you see something interesting, an interesting mountain or interesting place. Well, with a helicopter, you can do that easily. You can land anywhere you want to land, and then you can walk around. And you can mark it on the map. That's what I would suggest that you guys do in VR with PlayStation VR 2. Use a helicopter. All right, so we discovered the town, Girdwood. We know where it's at, Girdwood in Alaska. Beautiful place. Imagine that somebody who lives in Alaska, in Girdwood, is watching this right now. You never know. You never know. Maybe in the future, somebody from Girdwood will be watching this YouTube video. They're probably using Starlink. Like Starlink. Satellite, internet, Starlink. Most likely, you know, of course. If I live here, if I retire here, it'll be a Starlink, of course. I will have a Starlink. And I assume majority here have a Starlink, and they have a Dish Network and DirecTV. They need a satellite dish, of course, to watch cable news and all of that. So they have a DirecTV and Dish Network, and of course, satellite internet, which is Starlink. But yeah, Girdwood. Let's go around the lake of Girdwood over here. Hold on, let's turn around. Girdwood is very impressive. It's a very impressive location. Just look at it. It's super impressive. It's a perfect spot. You got this giant lake. You got the mountains. You can go climbing. You can go skiing. You can go swimming. You can go in the boat. You can go fishing. Hey, you know, sounds like a great place for a retirement. Yeah. It's nice. It's really nice. I bet you guys didn't know about this town until now. Me discovering this town, you probably didn't know. But now you know. You see, you learned something new. See, Mr. 4K's, besides being very entertaining channel, it's also very educational and informative channel. So not only do you get entertained, but you also get educated and you get some information about the small town that you never knew about in Alaska called the Girdwood. But now you know about the Girdwood thanks to me. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful spot. Look at this. You can go out on a boat, do some sailing, do some fishing, do some swimming. How nice. Huh? beautiful. It's a beautiful place. Girdwood. Now you will remember this town. Thanks to me, you guys will remember this town, the Girdwood. Hey, is that a town Mr. 4K was talking about? Yeah, Girdwood. It's Girdwood. There you go. It's beautiful here. Hey, did you guys hear about... There's a... Oh, look, there's a rainbow. What do I wish? I wish to buy a PS5 Pro by the end of this year. Hopefully before Thanksgiving. So I can play Grand Theft Auto 6 on PS5 Pro. So I made a wish. See, there's a rainbow. I made a wish. PS5 Pro by the end of this year. Hopefully before Thanksgiving, so I can play Grand Theft Auto 6 with PS5 Pro. Oh wait, there's a highway over there. Check this out. They do have a highway. That's cool. There's a highway over here. Cool. Nice. I already love this place. I really do. Girdwood. 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 It's the place I'm going to retire at. Dude, seriously, I couldn't think of a better place to retire than Girdwood. I couldn't think of a better place. I couldn't think of a better place than Girdwood. Girdwood. What happened here? You guys need to fix this road. As a mayor, this is unacceptable. As a new mayor, you guys need to fix this road. What happened here? This bridge needs to be fixed. It's unacceptable. It needs to be fixed as soon as possible. Like today. As soon as it's Sunday. I don't care that it's Sunday. It needs to be fixed. It's an emergency. I'm the mayor. I make a decision. It needs to be fixed today. It's an emergency. Yeah, this is really nice. This is probably the most beautiful part of Alaska. I think. I know Alaska's a big state, but to me this seems like the most beautiful part of Alaska so far. Like there's their rainbow again. I told you, I want the PS5 Pro by the end of this year, just in time for Grand Theft Auto 6, just in time before Thanksgiving. I can't think of a better turkey gift. Turkey gift. Instead of turkey, sparing the turkey. You know what? Sparing the turkey. I can't think of a better way to spare the turkey than on Thanksgiving. Instead of eating the turkey, buy a PS5 Pro and play Grand Theft Auto 6. That's it. And then order a pizza. But you get to spare the turkey because Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming just in time for Thanksgiving. It'll be the best Thanksgiving Grand Theft Auto ever. And yeah, so I wish to buy a PS5 Pro. That's my wish. Okay, that is my wish. By the end of this year. What do you think? You don't care about the PS5 Pro? How dare you say that? How PS5 Pro, have you not listened to Mark Cerny? The big three. Have you not listened to what Mark Cerny was saying? The big three, 32 working groups, big three, and the pisser. Psh. You need to go watch Mark Cerny again and listen about the big three, 32 working groups, and the pisser. What is the pisser? Pisser is the PSSSR. Okay, it's a spectral pisser. Spectral pisser resolution, whatever. Is it spectral or is it, yeah, spectral whatever pisser resolution. Scaling pisser resolution. It's a spectral something. It's a spectral pisser scaling resolution. Why they call it a pisser? Because it pisses a lot. It has the big three. Yes, the big three inside that bladder. Inside that bladder, there's the big three. 33 working groups inside that bladder. And then constantly the pisser upscales and pisses away all the scaling. And it uses an excellent streak of pissing as a pisser. No, not like the golden showers. No, it's not like that. It's not like golden showers. No, you got it wrong. It's not like that. All right. You need to read between the lines. It's not like a golden showers. All right. It's a pisser. It's a different. It's not. No. Stop thinking golden showers. It's not. You have to listen. It's a spectral pisser, scaling pisser resolution. Okay, it scales in a different kind of a way than your typical golden shower. All right. Hey, just forget it. All right, just forget it. You know. It's a PSSSR. It's a PSSSR pisser. No. Who's talking golden showers? No. I said PSSSR. It's spectral spectral pisser scaling resolution. That it's different than golden showers. Because it has the big three. The golden showers don't have the big three. The golden showers don't have the 32 working groups. You must be thinking about the Xbox. Okay? If you're thinking golden showers, you're thinking Xbox, all right? Man. You need to watch. Mark Cerny did 1 hour special explaining all of this in the best way that he could. And you need to watch carefully. 1 hour of Mark Cerny explaining these 32 working groups and the big three. And then once you understand after 1 hour, then you'll understand that it's not a golden shower. That's Xbox. Xbox is the golden shower. We're different. All right? We're pisser. Okay. What is this? Another town? Oh, Hope. There's some town called Hope over here. Should we check it out? Should we check it out? There's a new town called Hope. Hope? Well, let's see this Hope. I hope it's good. It's a very small. It's like a village. This is a village. This is like a Resident Evil village or something. Hold on. This is very small. Girdwood is way better. This is Hope. All right, we're here at Hope. This is what I like about this game is like you can go anywhere, you can land anywhere, you can exit out of your plane, you can explore, you can walk around. Are you kidding me? This is what I like about this game. Hold on, let's go over here. Let's park it over here. Okay. Hold on, let me exit. The hell? We found another town called Hope. Let's check it out. It's more like a village. I mean, it's nice, but it's nice, but Girdwood is better. I mean, it's okay. I'm just saying Girdwood is better. It's all right. Girdwood is way, 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 way better. Girdwood is just better in many ways. Girdwood. But hey, you know, if you like it here, if you enjoy being isolated and surrounded by nature, I think the hope might be really your only hope of being isolated. Like, I mean, this is like this is like, it doesn't get any better than this in terms of isolation. Like, this is it. Like, if you really want to be isolated, this is it. Like, this is perfect place. This is it. It's like a village, small village. Yeah. Anyway, it's all right. I still prefer Girdwood. Girdwood for sure. All right. We need to turn around right here. There we go. You know what I just realized? I never use these controllers. Let's see what it's like using these controllers. Just really quick. Let's just see. Okay. All right, let's see. This is cool. That's cool. There it is. Oh, that's cool. So how does this work? Ah. Ah. Cool. Wow, this is actually pretty good. Then you can use all of these buttons. That's pretty cool, man. You can use all of these buttons. All of these knobs. You can change whatever you want to change, the frequency. You can use these knobs for the frequency. FMS knob. That is pretty cool, man. That's interesting. Let's try flying like this. See how it is. Hold on. What is this? What did I just do? Did I just change? Hold on. How do I get up? Hold on. I mean, it's not bad. You can use these different knobs. It's kind of cool. I think it's pretty cool. That you can adjust all of these knobs, that you can touch all of these buttons. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty amazing. You don't have to use this. See, this is what I like. They're not forcing you that you have to use this, but the fact that you can use it, that it's there, it's pretty cool. I would use this with like a Hottes 4 controller flight stick. So that way, if you need to adjust something, you can adjust it very quickly. Adjust the knobs, like let's say altitude select knob, or you know, all these different knobs that you have. And you can touch all these buttons, all these knobs. You can adjust. You know, I already love this. The fact that I can use any of these knobs and adjust any of these knobs and press any of these buttons, which is great. But I don't need it now. I'll just keep it here. Like I said, I think it's cool that it's available. I think it's cool that it's there. You know. That's all. You don't have to use it, but I think it's cool that it's there. That's all I'm saying. I think it's pretty cool. There we go. Now, I need to adjust my height. There we go. Hold on. Okay, we good. Yeah, pretty cool. I love the fact that they have this as an option. You don't have to use it. See, this is what I was saying on my previous videos and on my previous live streams. I love having choices. I love having options. You know, the more options, the better. Because you, the player, should choose what's the best experience for you. And the more options you have, the more choices you have, it only benefits you as a player to choose what's the best preference for you. So I always love options. I always love choices where you can choose the different options. What I don't like is when you are forced to play only a certain way. Then you have limited options. I don't like any game that has limited options. I love a video game or a simulator that gives you a variety of different options. And I think this is the beauty about Asobo and Microsoft Flight Simulator, and in particular this PlayStation VR 2 beta version, is the options that they're giving you. And keep in mind, this is still in beta. You know, a lot of people are like reviewing this game, this PSVR 2 version, as if it's already a finished product. Listen, it's still in beta. It's still in beta. Clearly it says beta, okay? But this beta will help Asobo make sure that this looks perfect. So by the end of this year, during a holiday season, and a lot of people will buy the VR headset during the holiday season because it's a holiday season. You know, everybody's with their families at home celebrating holiday season and waiting for the new year, and then you got a winter break, right? Everybody takes the month of January for the winter break. Guess what? A lot of people will be buying this VR headset. They'll be buying it for their kids, for their families, for their loved ones, and for themselves as well, to try this out. And guess what? By the time we get to a holiday season, I'm telling you, by the time we get to a holiday season, Asobo will have enough data, will have enough feedback and enough data to make sure that they update this PSVR 2 experience in a best possible way. You know. And we're not even talking about HDR. Wait till they include HDR. All right? Just wait for the HDR. Wait till HDR. Once they get the HDR going. Once they include the HDR. Oh my God. This is just the beginning. Okay? This is just the beginning. You know, the haptic feedback HDR, the eye tracking. Trust me. And they will also figure out the way how to fix some of the blurriness in a distance with foveated rendering. And I think the PS5 Pro will come in handy because the PS5 Pro has that extra juice. The big three, the pisser, 32 working groups. It will help just like it helped with Gran Turismo 7. Look at Gran Turismo 7. It's one of the best VR experiences. People ask me, what's the best PlayStation VR 2 experience? Gran Turismo 7, that's it. Like, there's no question about it. And if you have a PS5 Pro, then you have the best. The best. If you have a PS5 Pro and a PSVR 2 with Gran Turismo 7, you have the best VR experience. The best PlayStation VR 2 experience. And I think that's what we will get by the end of this year, going into 2027. I think going into 2027, you'll see, going into 2027, we'll have probably the best console Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 VR experience. And this is going to make a lot of PC Master Race jealous, because they spend how much? 6,000 on a bourgeois Bugatti PC, and then an extra 2,000 for a super bourgeois expensive VR. Imagine paying $2,000 for a VR headset that requires a $6,000 PC. Anyway, 6,000 plus 2,000, $8,000. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's take off. Like I said, I will gladly buy a PS5 Pro. Now, if I can find it used, then I'll buy it used, of course. But if it's a good price, it has to be like, if they're selling it for $850, then no. Like $50 off, no. Then might as well just buy a brand new one, right? You know what I'm saying? But if I can find a PS5 Pro for like $750, as long as it's working, then yeah. If I can find it for $750, absolutely, yeah. You know what? It doesn't even need to have a controller. I don't care if it doesn't have a controller. I don't care if it doesn't have a stand. I don't care if it's scratched up a little bit. And there's a bunch of fingerprints on it. I don't care. I don't care if it has a little bit of a dent. As long as the PS5 Pro is working, that's all I care. But it has to be a good price too. Like, you can't expect me to pay $850 and it's missing a controller, it's missing a stand, and it's all scratched up, has fingerprints on there. No, then I'm going to buy a brand new one, So we'll see. We'll see what I can get. If I can get a good used PS5 Pro in a good condition with a really good price, then I'm going to get the used version. But if not, I'll be okay with just brand new. I'll be okay with buying a brand new for, $900. But that's by the end of this year. By the end of this year, hopefully before Thanksgiving, that's what I'm hoping for, before Thanksgiving. Again, I don't have a crystal ball, look. That's my plan. My plan is to get one by the end of this year, before Thanksgiving, hopefully, so I can play Grand Theft Auto 6. That's the plan. But then again, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a Nostradamus. Okay, so we'll see. You know what I mean? I don't have a crystal ball. I don't. This is beautiful. Alaska is beautiful. It's a beautiful place. So we visited what? 2 different towns. Girdwood, Hope, and there's another place called the Sunrise. There's another place called Sunrise. So let's check it out. Another place called Sunrise. Sunrise. Look at this, beautiful. Look at this. There's a road there. Look at this place. Let's check it out. This place called Sunrise. So that's 3 towns so far that we have discovered. Girdwood, Hope, and Sunrise. Girdwood, Hope, and Sunrise. This is probably the best Alaska flight I have done. This has to be the best Alaska flight that I have done so far. There's Sunrise right there. I think it makes total sense why they call it Sunrise. You see it? There it is. We all understand why they call it Sunrise. Let's see if we can land over here. Is there a place to land? They don't have an airport here. This is why you need a helicopter. Yeah, there's no airport here, unfortunately. We cannot land here. This is why you need a helicopter. Yeah, but this is Sunrise. This is like the smallest town ever, dude. Oh! I guess we have landed, huh? I guess we have landed. Hey. Hey! It's all good. Hey, it doesn't matter how you land as long as you land. Listen, it doesn't matter how you land as long as you land successfully. And I think this is me landing successfully. All right, so let's see. Yo, this is like, it's not even a village, yo. This place, Sunrise, it's not even a town. I don't know what this is. This is just like a... like a couple of houses here. That's it. This is Sunrise. There's like 2 houses. And they were like, they didn't know what to call it. Like, what should we call this place? And they said Sunrise. Well, I think I know why they call it Sunrise. Because there's a beautiful sunrise rising over the mountains. But yeah, there's only like a couple of houses here. Yeah. This is why you need a helicopter. I told you. either a Bell 407 or Huey, which is also a Bell's helicopter. So just use one of those two Bell's helicopters, Bell 407 or Huey. Yeah, this is a sunrise. This is just a couple of houses here, dude. Anyway, really not much. But I think we understand why they call it sunrise. I think it makes total sense. See? Let's get up to the top a little bit, man. We get a better view of sunrise. Yeah. It's good, actually. It's sunrise, you know. Simple name. They were like, all right, sunrise, pretty good here. Those two guys, those two neighbors, since they're like the only two living here, they were like, you know what? Let's just call it a sunrise. Let's keep it simple. And it makes total sense because it's beautiful sunrise here. So they called it sunrise. So that's 3 towns that we have discovered. Girdwood, which is my favorite place to retire. And then Hope, which is okay. And then we have this sunrise, which is just like a couple of houses. That's it. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to our plane. And let's get back up in the air. Here we go. Well, I also heard there's places in Alaska, there's not even, they don't even have roads, dude. There's not even a road. Like, you have to travel only by a helicopter or a plane. Like, you can't even, like, there's no roads, bro. A lot of people say, why didn't they build the roads? Because it's too dangerous. Too icy, too much snow, too much maintenance. It would cost a lot of money. The falling rocks from the mountain, the avalanches. I mean, there's just so many issues and problems. It would be very expensive. So they decided, hey, if you want to visit some of these locations in Alaska, you'll have to travel by plane or a helicopter. Look at this. Look at this mountain, the mountain range. Look at this mountain range here. It's beautiful, man. How do I grade the mountain range? Like, I grade them based on how they are evolved, meaning how the nature evolved these mountains. And some of these mountains, you know, they look beautiful. Like, you look at the mountains in Switzerland, you look at the mountains in New Zealand, and you look at the mountains in British Columbia, and mountains here in Alaska, and the mountains in Alberta, right? So the way I grade the mountains is the way they are evolved, meaning the way the nature has evolved them as the mountain. And listen, there's many beautiful mountain ranges. You look at the mountain range in the Rocky Mountains high in Colorado. You look at the mountain ranges in Montana. You look at the mountain ranges in other places like Switzerland, right? Alps. And of course, the big one. Himalayas. Himalayas is like unbelievable. It's the most beautiful is the Himalayas, but they're also the most dangerous because of such a high altitude. But these are very beautiful mountain ranges. These are like a very nice. Because the way they are evolved, like look at this, the way they look, like there's specific kind of a beauty of the mountains that they have. You look at the mountains in British Columbia, right, reflecting the lake and all that, like, you know, Alberta, you look at the mountains of Alberta next to a lake. You look at Switzerland, you look at some of the small towns in Switzerland surrounded by these beautiful mountains in the Alps. So that's how I grade the mountain ranges. I grade them based on how they are evolved, you know. And there's so many mountain ranges, so many. What do I mean by a mountain range? Mountain range is the mountains and how long in a distance they spread. How many miles do they spread, you know? How many kilometers do they spread, right? How many miles, how many kilometers? So like that's what I mean by a mountain range. All right, it's raining over here. And I grade them based on their beauty, how they are evolved, how the nature has evolved them. And there's some ugly mountains, there's some scary mountains, but that's how I grade these mountains. I grade them based on how they are evolved, how the nature has evolved them, right? You see this is beautiful. See how they're evolved beautifully? There's a summit lake over there. See how beautifully they are evolved? That's what I mean. See, it's surrounded by the lake. Beautiful rainbow, beautiful sunrise. That's what I'm talking about. Oh! Oh! Hold on. Exit. Exit out of the plane. I'll come back for you later. See? This is what I'm talking about. See how beautifully they're evolved? Look at that. That's what I mean. That's how I grade the mountains, based on their beauty and how beautifully they are evolved. Like this one, like right here. Look at this. There's a rainbow over there. Look at that. Look at this. This is beautiful. Beautifully evolved. So now you know how I grade the mountains based on how they're evolved, how the nature evolved them. All right, let's go back to our plane. All right. Oh! 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 Here we go. We're good, we're good. We're good. We're good. Oh! Make a wish on this beautifully evolved mountain. Look at this mountain range. Beautiful. Beautiful mountain range. Beautifully evolved. I want a PS5 Pro before Thanksgiving. Just in time for Grand Theft Auto 6. Just in time for Grand Theft Auto 6. I want the PS5 Pro. That's what I want. That's what I want. This is probably the best Alaska flight I have done in VR. Well, it's the only Alaska VR flight I have done, right? Yes, I've flown in Alaska before, but I don't think we ever went in this region of Alaska, and this is beautiful. And it's certainly one of my most beautiful Alaska flights I have ever done. And it's done in VR in a best possible way. It's beautiful, beautiful. I think you guys will agree this is the best Alaska flight I have done in VR. My very first Alaska VR flight. How many VR flights have I done so far? I have so many. And I've got so many views, man. That shows me how much you guys love this. That one video I got 8,000 views. And the others I got like 2,000, 3,000, 2,000, 3,000 each. So it shows me that you guys really enjoy this. And you want more of this. Well, I'm giving you more of this. And this time, I'm giving you Alaska. The best possible Alaska VR live stream. Look at this. Beautiful. 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 But helicopter, trust me, next time I'll use a helicopter. This is what I was talking about. A helicopter is the best. Next time I do an Alaska flight in VR, it will be done by a helicopter. With a helicopter, you can land anywhere, on top of the mountain, next to the mountain, on this road. I mean, come on. That's why I keep recommending helicopter Bell 407 and another Bell Huey. It's a military Bell, the classic military Bell Huey. You've seen it in the movies and Die Hard, Predator, and Vietnam War. In Vietnam War, they used the Huey helicopters. And then Bell 407. Very iconic from the 80s and early 90s. One good reference of helicopter is in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So either Bell 407 or Bell Huey, both designed by Bell. But yeah, this is beautiful. This is just beautiful. And it looks even more beautiful in VR. Trust me. You guys are missing out. Let me tell you something. You guys are missing out. I'm going to tell you right now. You're missing out. You're missing out on this. It doesn't matter how many videos I make. It doesn't matter how many live streams like this I make. You don't know until you put on this VR headset. You really have to put on this VR headset to truly, truly understand how amazing this is. Let's follow this road. Hold on. Let's see where this road leads to. Let's follow this road. Hold on. I want to see where it leads to. It leads to some sort of a lake. Wow, this is beautiful. And there's another road that takes you to a different to a different location. See, this road takes you probably to this other location. Wow, this is beautiful. This is hands down the most beautiful Alaska VR flight I have ever done. There's another place called Quartz Creek. Beautiful. Wow. Beautiful Alaska. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And wait, there's the airport landing strip. We can land over here. Beautiful. So we discovered yet another town. Quartz. What's it called? Quartz Lake or something? Wow. Quartz Lake. This is beautiful. Let's take another photo here. Wow. Oh, it's a No, Quartz Creek. Quartz Creek. Quartz Creek. Wow. This is probably my best Alaska flight ever, and it happens to be in VR, which makes it even better. Wow, dude. And it really shows you, listen, we're not even scratching the surface of Alaska. This is an enormous, huge state. It's huge, man. It's a huge state, and we're not even scratching the surface, but look just how beautiful it is. Now look at this. Wow. 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 Amazing. And look, there's a rainbow again. You know, with all these rainbows and me wishing for a PS5 Pro, I think it might happen, actually. I might get my wish. I might get PS5 Pro before Thanksgiving. We'll see. Beautiful. Let's go on top, right here, on top of that little hill. Now let's make a wish for PS5 Pro. Wow. 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 Look at that lake. Wow. Wow. Wow, dude. Wow. Just wow. I'm starting to sound like Jeff Goldblum. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Beautiful. Look at this. This is just beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful. Wow. But Girdwood, it's my favorite retirement. And this is not that far from Girdwood. Here's the thing. The reason I said I want to retire in Girdwood, because all of these other towns are really nearby Girdwood. That's why I said Girdwood, because Girdwood is really nearby all these other towns. It's a perfect location, perfect spot. It's a perfect spot, man. Girdwood. All of these towns are right next to Girdwood. And that's why I want to retire in Girdwood. You can get on a boat, you can sail and then come back to Girdwood, or you can use a plane or a helicopter, or you can come with a road, like you can drive on a road. So yeah, Girdwood, Hope, Sunrise, and Quartz Creek. And of course, Quartz Creek. And there's also Cooper Landing there. Let's check it out. Let's go to Cooper Landing really quick. Let's check it out. Let's go there really quick. and check it out. Because we were right next to it. Might as well go there really quick. And we'll get there really quick. Because we were right next to it. There's Cooper Landing. Trust me, we'll get there real quick. Real quick. Look at this lake, beautiful. Real quick. We'll be there real quick. Actually, is it really real quick? It is real quick. Real quick. It's real quick. Cooper Landing, there we go. Hopefully there's a landing strip. It's real quick. Look, there's a bridge and there's a road that takes you to the Cooper Landing. That's cool. Real quick. With a with a helicopter and airplane, it's real quick. If you have a helicopter and a airplane, it's real quick. But if you don't have a helicopter, if you don't have an airplane, then it's not real quick. Unfortunately, they have no a landing strip, so you have to use a helicopter. Fortunately. These are all beautiful towns, man. Hold on a second. I have to take a piss. I have to take a leak. It's already been 2 hours and 45 minutes. Hold on. Just give me a second. All right. Wait. All right, I'm back. That was the quickest piss I've ever done. Like, it's the quickest piss of all time. The fastest, the quickest piss of all time. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Can you guys hear me? Good. Let me bring the microphone a little bit closer. There we go. Just like that. Is that good? Yeah. Good. Oh. All right. Here we go. All right. Hold on. Move this way. There we go. Hey, hello there, my co-pilot. Did you miss me? She said, not really. Okay, well, that's good to know. I am impressed by Alaska. It's just beautiful. Hold on. There you go. You know, the Skyhawk is not that bad. It's a very reliable Cessna single engine propeller. Very reliable, I have to say. And I've seen a lot of people are using it. What's my favorite? Oh, there's another rainbow. Well, I wish for PlayStation 5 Pro, PS5 Pro before Thanksgiving. That's my wish. I think it will happen. With all of these rainbows, it has to happen, dude. It has to happen. I'm pretty sure I will have PS5 Pro before Thanksgiving, just in time for November 19th, Grand Theft Auto 6. That is if Rockstar don't push the date again. There's that possibility. But I don't know. I have a feeling that this is it. Because November 19th is just perfect time. It's holiday season. It's the peak of holiday season. And it's right next to 2027. You have 1 month to go and it's 2027. So it's perfect release for just in time for the next generation consoles, which are coming out 2027. So it's a perfect timing. They're releasing the game by the end of the year, just in time for holidays, just in time for 2027. You know, I can't think of a better timing. I can't think of a better timing than, you know, November 19, 2026. But then again, I could be wrong. But regardless if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out or don't come out, I'm buying PS5 Pro. I'm buying it. Regardless if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. Because there's so many games that I want to test. Okay, there's so many PS5 Pro Enhanced games that I want to test. Including, of course, this. Testing this. And Gran Turismo 7, testing it with this. PSVR 2. So I have plenty of reasons why I want to purchase a PS5 Pro. But I already explained to you, my dear co-pilot. The pisser. The big three. I already explained to you. The pisser. The big three. The 32 working groups. The pisser. Even digital foundries start calling it pisser. They did. Digital Foundry, I think it was Digital Foundry was the one who started saying pisser, pisser. And then professional. PlayStation 5 professional. And then the whole pisser thing. I know I heard Digital Foundry say pisser plenty of times. Pisser. Look, there's another rainbow. I'm certainly buying a PS5 Pro by the end of this year. There's no question about it. I can feel it. It's already happening. I can already see in the future. That's it. Well, we'll find out in November. You can come back to this video in November and you can say, wow, well, you can find out if, well, the rainbow worked or didn't work. So I guess you'll find out in November if the rainbow wish came true or it didn't come true. We'll find out in November. And if it didn't come true, if I still don't have a PS5 Pro, well then, it is what it is. I don't have a crystal ball. Nor am I claiming to have a crystal ball. Nor am I claiming to be a Nostradamus. Okay, I'm not a Nostradamus. I'm not. Who told you I'm a Nostradamus? I'm not a Nostradamus. I don't have a crystal ball. And I'm certainly not squeezing goat testicles. I'm not a gypsy either. So I'm not squeezing goat testicles. Alright? And I'm not a time traveler either. I don't have a Stargate. Wait a minute, Stargate is that's not a time travel machine. Stargate is just to get you there quicker and faster to a different galaxy, different planet. Time travel is the time travel. So no, I don't have time travel machine. No, I don't. I don't have it. Nor do I have crystal ball. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have a goat to squeeze his testicles. You know, I'm not a gypsy. So, and I'm certainly not a Nostradamus. I might look like a Nostradamus with his beard, but I'm not a Nostradamus. There's another rainbow. Oh my god. So many rainbows. Maybe the PS5 Pro will happen. Maybe it will come true. I don't know. I don't know. I wish for PS5 Pro before Thanksgiving so I can play Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th on my PlayStation 5 Pro. PlayStation 5 Pro. This is the best Alaska flight in VR that I have ever done. The best 3 hours of Alaska flight in VR. I'm sure you guys will agree. I'm sure you will. I already know. Because this is something that's so obvious. When something is so good and it's obvious. Wow. And here's the best part. Here I am flying for 3 hours. Not one single issue. Not one single problem. Not one single issue. This is why I love consoles. This is why I love PlayStation. This is why I love Nintendo. You look at my Nintendo Switch 2 and my PlayStation 5. I can't remember last time I had a problem. Like, I can't remember last time I had any issues. This is why I love consoles. And this is why here's the thing. I always loved consoles. Consoles have always been part of my life. I was really never big on PC gaming. And I hope that you guys realize this is exactly the reason why. Because PC gaming, it's just too much of a hassle. Too much of tweaking, too much of optimization. I appreciate consoles because they're simple. Simplicity of consoles. Plug and play right away. Everything's calibrated. Everything's optimized. Everything is catered towards you to have a great gaming experience. You don't have that type of catering, type of calibration, type of optimization with a PC. And why is that? Why is this happening on a PC? Because it is impossible for developers to know what type of PC do you have, what type of Windows are you using, what type of GPU do you have, what type of CPU do you have, what type of Windows version do you have, what type of memory do you have, what type of motherboard do you have. They don't know any of these things. So it's very difficult for developers to optimize the experience for a PC. And this is exactly why I always prefer console gaming. Now, PCs, they are personal computers. And sure, I'm using personal computers so I can live stream this so you can see me. Behind this green screen, you can see me, and I can use OBS to give you this broadcast so you can see it. And I need a personal computer to do that, right? There's benefits of personal computer, sure. Video editing, creating websites, creating, music videos. Not music videos. Well, you can create a music video. You can use an AI to create a music video. Sure, there's many different AI tools that you can use to create a music video. You can do it. Some of those AI tools are expensive. Some of them they are not. But, the bottom line is you need a personal computer to create a music video. You can write a script and tell the AI what kind of music video would you like, and it will make it for you. You can also create videos, just simple videos. Tell the AI what kind of video would you like to see, script it, and it'll create it. You can create websites by using AI tools to create a website. You script it, and you tell the AI what kind of website would you like, and it'll create it. It'll create the website. So personal computer certainly has its benefits as a personal computer. But as gaming, PC gaming, no thank you. Don't get me wrong. I like PCs for other reasons that I just mentioned. For streaming, video editing, creating music, right? There's other reasons why I love personal computer. But when it comes to gaming, forget it. I always stayed away from PC gaming because it's not reliable. It's too expensive and it's not reliable, and this is my whole point that I'm trying to make. Consoles are reliable, and this is why I always have used consoles. Whether it's the Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis, Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the original Nintendo Entertainment System, following by Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Atari 2600, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, and after Dreamcast, well, that's it. There was no more Dreamcast Sega. But yeah, Dreamcast, GameCube, what else? There's another console. Nintendo 64, original Xbox, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Listen, Xbox Series X and S. The consoles is where I game. Personal computers, it's where I'm using it for other reasons. But I'm not using personal computers for gaming. And I just explained to you why I refuse to use PC personal computers for gaming, because they're not reliable. I think I've proven the point that they're not reliable. They're too much of headaches, too much of hassle. You have to go through optimizations and downloading updates and this and that. Consoles are just more reliable, man. And I know this because I'm 47 years old. I've been around, man. I've been using consoles and PCs, so I know which one's more reliable. But if you talk to a PC master race, oh, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. God forbid that I am playing Resident Evil Requiem on Nintendo Switch 2. God forbid. God forbid. That I'm enjoying this Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on a console, PlayStation VR 2. God forbid. And God forbid that it's very stable. So I hope you guys understand why I have always prefer consoles. And I will always prefer consoles. Because it's convenient. People say, well, what's better alternative than consoles? Well, cloud's a good example. I like cloud. If you look at Google Stadia, how easy that was, click and play right away. Google Stadia is one great example. Look at GeForce Now. Look at Boosteroid. Look at xCloud. How easy it is to start the game. Cloud. Look at Amazon Luna. Even though I know they're closing the Amazon Luna this summer in June, unfortunately. So yeah, cloud I would say would be like the next best alternative next to a console. It's because it's simple and easy to use, click and play right away, right? So like cloud I would say, you know, because I don't have to optimize anything, I don't have to worry about anything, I don't have to download anything. I just click and play right away, dude. I just need the internet connection, I'm good to go. So next to consoles, I would say cloud. And this is why I miss Google Stadia. I never wanted to see Google Stadia fail. This is what some of you don't understand about me. Because I'm the most misunderstood person on the planet. There's no question. I have to be the most misunderstood. Misunderstood, and I don't know how people misunderstand me. Honestly. I never wanted to see Google Stadia fail. I always wanted Google Stadia to be successful. But I knew direction and a trajectory that Phil Harrison was taking the Google Stadia, in direction that he was taking Stadia in. I knew that it was going to fail. And what did I tell you in 2021? What was the first thing I said in 2021? Yeah, I think I'm done with Stadia. And I'm not done because I don't like it. I'm done because I can see Titanic ship. I can see that it already has hit the iceberg, and it's just a matter of time before, whoosh, you know, splits and starts sinking. And I jumped on the lifeboat before it sank. But Google Stadia was phenomenal. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I dedicated so much of my time on this channel for Google Stadia. And speaking of Google Stadia, I still have the controller. I still have it. Yeah, I still have the controller. It's right here. Here, I'll grab it. There it is. There's the controller. Right here. I still have it. I still have it. There it is. Do I miss it? Yes, I do miss Google Stadia. I never wanted to see it fail. I was sad when I heard the news, but I wasn't shocked. Here's the thing. I wasn't shocked because I saw the trajectory. I know they already had hit the iceberg and it's just a matter of time, like a Titanic ship. And I jumped on the lifeboat before it sank. But I knew that they were going to fail because of the trajectory that they were going. But I never wanted to see this fail. You know, so you guys misunderstood me when it comes to Google Stadia. People say, well, what did I like about Google Stadia? Simplicity. I can click on Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't have to download it. I don't have to download like 120 gigabytes to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I can just click and play right away. Multiplayer, all the DLCs, everything's there. Click and play right away. Continue where I left off. On my tablet, on any device that I have. And I get to enjoy it in 4K HDR. On you know, my television. Click and play right away. Don't have to download nothing. Don't have to update nothing. Don't have to tweak anything. Don't have to optimize anything. Click and play right away. I just need the internet connection. I miss that. Like when I was playing Cyberpunk 2077, it was that simplicity that I miss. Click and play right away. I don't have to download some ridiculous 120 gigabytes download or some 80 gigabytes update. It was that click and play right away simplicity. I can play NBA 2K, don't have to download like 150 gigabytes to play NBA 2K. Click and play right away. It's all there, 4K HDR. FIFA, don't have to download like some ridiculous like 90 gigabytes to play FIFA. It was FIFA back then. FIFA, click and play right away. Don't have to wait for any downloads, anything. And 90 gigabytes, you have to wait a long time, dude. That's a long time. And after 90 gigabytes, then you have to wait for an additional updates. Right? An additional updates. So that's a total of 100 gigabytes. It's the simplicity that I missed about Google Stadia. And it's a shame. But why did Google Stadia fail? Google Stadia failed because Phil Harrison didn't listen to the feedback. He was very stubborn as a leader. Remember, it's all about the leadership when it comes to running a company. If your company is going to be successful, it will depend on the leadership. Look at PlayStation. Once Jim Ryan came on board with a Herman Hulst, what did Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst brought to the PlayStation 5? Absolutely nothing. It's all lack of leadership, right? And who's in charge, who's managing, who's making decisions. So you look at Jim Ryan, you look at Herman Hulst. This is why you've got Returnal and another sequel to Returnal. That's what you've got in 5 years. Returnal and another sequel to Returnal. So it all depends on who's in charge. It's the lack of leadership, you know. You could say the same thing for the Xbox. It's all the lack of leadership, you know. But I don't know. I'm still not sold on the whole Xbox thing. I don't know, dude. Yes, I know like Asha Sharma has reduced the price, and that's fine and dandy. But their app is broken. It's broken. It doesn't work. It's broken, and I'm done with the Xbox app. I'm done. It's broken. It's broken. And I'm not going to gamble rolling the dice every single time, paying $23 a month to see if the game is going to work. I'm not gambling to see if the game's going to work. I need reassurance. Okay? So I don't know about Asha Sharma. We'll have to wait and see. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay? I'll believe it when I see it. All of this, hooray, hooray, we're back. All this good energy. Yeah, it's all fine and dandy. Let's see some examples. Let's see what happens. Let's wait till the end of next year, 2027. Let's see where we are till the end of next year, 2027. Then we'll see. Hooray, 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 we're back. Xbox Helix, Xbox Helix, hooray. Xbox Helix, Xbox Helix, hooray. Yeah, let's wait. Let's settle down a little bit, huh? Let's get off our high horses with this whole Project Helix, Xbox Helix. Let's just, settle down. Settle down. I'll believe it when I see it. So, I don't know. I mean, in general, let's be honest, man. The gaming industry right now, in general, it's not really looking all that hot, if I can be honest. Like, if you want me to give you like my honest opinion, I don't think gaming in general, gaming industry is looking that hot. How do I know this? Because I'm 47 years old, man. I know how good the games were back in mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000. I know how good the games used to be. And I know what we have now. It's very easy to make a comparison. What we had 25 years ago versus what we have now. Or what we had 30 years ago versus what we have now. 30 years ago, everything was innovative. New ideas. Fresh, new, original ideas. Everything was a new concept. Everything, even the Matrix Online was like a new concept, an original idea. Everything was Star Wars Online. It was all original ideas. Half-Life, Unreal Tournament, Doom. I mean, come on. Parasite Eve, Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy. These were all like new, fresh ideas. But you don't see that anymore. You don't see that. This is what this generation doesn't understand. And I'm talking about Gen Z. Because they don't know what it was like when we were growing up. They don't know what it was like when I was in my mid-20s and mid-30s and how great that experience was when it comes to gaming. They don't have any clue, any idea of how great it was. They don't have any perspective, concept to look at as a reference. They think that this is the best thing ever. They think that the Fortnite is the best thing ever. They think that, that the Returnal is the best thing ever. They think that the Elden Ring is the best thing ever. And that's the sad part, that this generation will never understand what it used to mean to be a gamer, what it used to mean to enjoy video games. And they will never understand that. It's impossible. It's impossible for this generation to understand that. And that's the sad part. They will never know. So that's what has changed. A lot has changed, man. With video games. It's not just the video games. It's movies as well. The movies nowadays are really like boring and very predictable. And like recently I was watching this movie. It's a very short movie, 1 hour and a half. It was on Netflix. This movie called Apex with Charlize Theron and Eric Bana and that other guy from the Kingsman. He played a bad guy in the movie in Apex, and the movie was so predictable. The movie was so lame, and I just wasted 1 hour and a half of my life watching that lame crap. And there was another movie before that called Thrash. Thrash. They should call it Trash, but it's Thrash. It's the hurricane comes through and everything gets flooded, and all these sharks are now, swimming, going inside your house on the second floor. The water's rising to the second floor. You got these sharks swimming all over the place. And, it's just so lame, dude. The movies have become so lame. I'm telling you. So it's not just the video games that have become lame. It's also the TV shows and the movies that have become lame. That's why everything sucks, man. I have yet to find a good TV show. I have yet to find a good movie. The only decent movie recently that I saw that I felt it was decent, it was War Machine. I really thought War Machine was exactly what it needed to be. An action, your typical action from the 80s and the 90s. And I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. Because they kept it simple. And I thought it was pretty good. But everything else that came out, like I look at the Rip. Look, I made a video about the Rip. Don't even get me started with Rip. Yeah. Oh, the worst movie of 2016. The Rip, because the Ben Affleck is in it, of course, and he was able to drag in Matt Damon in there as well. The Rip is one of the worst movies in 2026. It'll go down in history as one of the worst movies ever made. I think it'll go down in history. It's one of the worst movies ever made. One of the worst. The worst. Horrible. But why is this happening? Because everything is transactional. Everything's about money. You look at Charlize Theron. She used to be a great actress. Now it's all transactional. She got paid a big money, big fat paycheck, and it's like, oh, I'll do this movie, this short little 1 hour and a half Netflix special movie. They'll pay me $50 million. Fine, I'll do it. But why? Why is she doing that? Well, it's transactional. All of these actors are just transactional. Even Eric Bana came. Well, I don't blame Eric Bana. They're like, hey, I'm getting paid good money, and I get to have a nice little scene in the beginning with Charlize Theron. How bad can it be, right? Plus, I get paid. Not only do you get to act with Charlize Theron, but you get paid, I don't know, like a $30 million or something. Why not? Transaction. Everybody's transactional. Actors have become transactional, meaning how much you pay me for this? Okay, cool. It's and this is why you got shitty movies. There's like so much crap out there. No one's putting any passion. No one's putting any effort to make a great movie. Now, my only hope is there's 2 movies coming out this year. My only hope is Steven Spielberg and Christopher Nolan. With a Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg, I'm looking forward to that movie. And it's Christopher Nolan's, Matt Damon's in it. Jesus, what's the name of the movie? Christopher Nolan. The Odyssey. So, Disclosure Day and The Odyssey, those are the 2 movies that I'm looking forward to. Those are like the only 2 movies that, like... There's another movie by Ridley Scott, but I don't know. Ridley Scott lately really hasn't been that great. There's another movie by Ridley Scott coming out. Josh Brolin is in it. It's about... It looks like The Last of Us or something. It looks like The Last of Us. During a zombie outbreak or something. Forgot the name of the title, but the movie's coming out. It's Ridley Scott's take on zombie apocalypse. And Josh Brolin is in there. The guy who played the Frankenstein is in there. So there's maybe 3 movies that I'm kind of looking forward to. Disclosure Day, The Odyssey, and the Ridley Scott movie, the zombie apocalypse that looks like The Last of Us. And Josh Brolin looks like Joel Miller. So we'll see. We'll see. But everything else sucks, man. All the other movies are just horrible, terrible, garbage. Really lame, dude. Lame. You know. Very predictable. Like, I look at these movies nowadays, they're all so predictable. Like, give me a movie that's not predictable. Shock me. Show me a movie where I can figure that out. That's the whole idea. Surprise me. Shock me. No. Everything, it's explained to you. Everything, it's like predictable. I don't like predictable movies. They're so lame and they're so short. 1 hour and a half. In 1 hour and a half, you have no time for character development. You have no time for action. You have no time for anything. It's lame. The movies lately are lame. Anyway. So what do you expect from video games? Of course, video games have become lame as well. Look at Samson. Look at Mind's Eye. And we got another Returnal. Returnal 2.0. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Why do you think I'm flying? Why do you think I'm flying on the PlayStation VR 2? Because everything else sucks. It sucks. Yeah. I wish that it didn't suck, but unfortunately, it sucks. Yes, it does. My co-pilot can believe that everything sucks. Yes, it does. And we need to land over here. Yes. Sadly, everything sucks. What do I think about 2027? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I hope that the video games will be better in 2027. I hope that the movies will be better in 2027, but I don't know. I really don't know, man. Like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm always optimistic. I'm optimistic. You know, but being optimistic really doesn't mean anything. You know, you can be optimistic all you want. That doesn't mean that things will improve. That doesn't mean that you'll get better video games or better movies. And I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm not trying to be negative. Okay? I'm just speaking the facts. I call it the way I see it, guys. If something is great, then it's great. If something sucks, then it sucks. I address both positives and negatives, as I have always been addressing it in the past 12 years of me creating content on this platform for 12 years. I always address negative and positive. And that's what you should do. You should always address the positive and negative. But lately, there's been a lot of negative video games. Nothing good. Like trash. They're all predictable. Like all of these games, even that space survival game, it's so predictable. They already told you in a trailer. So they crash on this frozen planet, and now she needs to find this guy Tommy, and she's communicating with him, and now they encounter this life form, and this life form, they need to figure out how to defeat this life form, and they need to survive. So predictable, dude. You just told me the entire game. You just told me everything that I need to know. The idea is not to tell me everything. The idea is to keep it secret, so that way we find out for ourselves. The trailer should be only little bits and pieces to keep you interested. Just to give you little bits and pieces, a little clue to keep you interested. It's like a tease. A trailer should be a teaser, just to keep you interested. But apparently, now they make these trailers that tell you everything. They tell you the entire game, what happens, who the characters are, who the enemy is, etc., etc. They tell you everything. I'm like, okay, well, you just told me the whole game. Why should I bother playing it? You're supposed to surprise me. You're supposed to shock me. You're supposed to intrigue me. But they're not doing that anymore. You know. This is why Steven Spielberg is a genius. Like, you look at Disclosure Day. He's not giving you much of anything. He's just giving you little bits and pieces. Because he wants you to see the movie so you can find out what it's all about. And that's why it's going to be a big blockbuster movie. It's going to make billions of dollars because he's a genius. That's why he's been a genius of filmmaker for 50 years. Because he knows how to get your attention. You look at his movies like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., Jaws, even that duel with that truck chasing that one guy. Who's the guy in the side of the truck, right? In truck. You want to know who that person is. Jurassic Park, right? All of these movies that he has made. Saving Private Ryan. You look at the trailer of Saving Private Ryan. He only gives you little stills. Little stills. A general reading the letters of the missing privates in the 101st Airborne, right? You have no clue there's going to be a D-Day invasion. You had no clue how intense the movie was going to be. That's the geniuses of him as a filmmaker. Nowadays, they tell you the entire story. They tell you everything. I don't understand, like, the movies these days. I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. And this is, you know, why nothing is original. They're just making remakes of remakes of remakes. How many remakes are you going to make? They can't create anything original. It's just remake, 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 remake. Same thing with video games. Remake and remaster. Remake and remaster. Remake and remaster. We can't think of anything original. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this 3 hours and 31 minutes Alaska flight in VR. I think this is probably one of my best Alaska flights. And I know I've done so many VR flights in the past couple of weeks. In the past 14 days, I've done so many VR videos and live streams, and I'm sure you guys will have your specific favorite. But out of all of them that I have done, I have to say this is one of my favorite. Honestly, it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite live streams I've done in a while. It's been entertaining, it's been fun, and I'm sure you guys enjoyed it. How do I know you guys enjoyed it? Because I already got 273 views in 3 hours and 31 minutes. That shows me that you guys really enjoy this. Listen, I know which one of my live streams are good and which one of my live streams are bad. I know which one of my videos are good and which one of them are bad. I'm the best critic of myself. I know when I give 100% and I know when I don't give 100%. Okay? So I know when I come in with a full energy. And this is why I don't like doing live streams with a like low energy. I like to bring high energy, because when I bring the high energy, that's when I'm at my best. That's when I'm at my best, you know. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. I really listen. I really enjoy this, and look, guys. I think I made so. Look, how many videos have I made? So many videos. And even those, even though those videos have gotten a lot of attention, some of them have 8,000 views, 3,000 views, 2,000 views, and I appreciate all the views. But even with all of the views that those videos have gotten on PlayStation VR 2, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, you still will never understand how this feels like unless you put on a VR headset. I know you guys don't want me to repeat myself like a broken record, and I don't like to be a broken record. But I have to repeat this. I have to say this every single time. You can watch all those videos as much as you want to watch, even this one. You might get some idea, but you'll never get the perspective of what's the experience like. You see, having an idea can give you some idea, but you don't get the perspective. Perspective is the experience. So if you truly want to know how good this is, there's only one way. You need to try this. You need to try this. Ask your friend if they have this PSVR 2. Ask them if they will let you try it. Or ask them if they know somebody or if they have a friend and if they will let you try it. You need to try this. Or you need to buy this to truly understand how good it is. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Especially if you never tried VR. Oh my goodness. Oh. Now, don't look at me. I've been using VR for a long time. For a long time. All right? I've been using VR for a very long time. So don't look at me. For me, VR is like watching TV. It's like nothing new. Okay? Because I've been using it for a long time. Okay? So don't look at me. Don't forget that you're talking to a guy who spent 2 years on Meta Horizon World every day, every night. Yeah, every day, every night, for 8 hours a night, as John Wick returns in a John Wick avatar. And I never broke the character. And if you don't believe me, go ask around. People will tell you. So I'm no stranger to VR. So for me, this is like normal. It's like watching TV. Okay? But for those of you who have never, who are virgin VRs, oh. Yes, virgin VRs. You heard me correctly. There's virgin VRs out there. For those of you who are virgin VRs, oh. This Christmas, when you finally buy this Christmas, or if somebody buys you this for Christmas, or for your birthday, okay, whenever you get a chance to buy this, oh, and you never tried the VR, all you virgin VRs, I'm telling you, you guys will never put this down. I'm telling you, you will be addicted to this. The dopamine effect, the dopamines will start kicking in, bro, in your brain. The dopamine effect. You'll be hungry. You'll feel the hunger for more VR. That's what happens to your brain. It activates all these dopamines, DMT dopamines effects, and your dopamine starts working in your brain, and you want more of this. You want more. I'm telling you, and you'll become a PlayStation VR 2 fanboy, just like that. Just like that. But in order for you to realize this, there's only one way. There's only one way to know, and that is you have to try this. You have to put this on. Okay? It's the only way. Okay? I said the same thing about the MetaQuest 3. You know, I could make so many videos talking about MetaQuest 3 and all the experiences that MetaQuest 3 has, which are amazing. Amazing. But until you try it and until you see all the features that MetaQuest 3 has, you don't know unless you try it. So everything comes with experience. And guys, I talk from experience. All right? That's the difference. I will never talk about something that I have not tried. If I have not tried a product, I will not talk about it. You never hear me talk about the PS5 Pro. And what do I think about the PS5 Pro? Because I don't have it. When I finally buy it, then you'll hear so much about PS5 Pro. You'll see so many videos of PS5 Pro. You'll see tsunami of PS5 Pro videos. The avalanche of PS5 Pro videos. But guess what? Then I will have it. And I will talk about the product that I have. I will never talk about the product that I don't have. I will only give my opinion based on the product that I have. Like Nintendo Switch 2, I never spoke about Nintendo Switch 2 until I got it. Once I got the Nintendo Switch 2, then I started making videos. I dedicated how many months? How many months have I dedicated on Nintendo Switch 2? And all those videos are there. All the experience that I had are documented with Nintendo Switch 2. And I'll do the same thing with the PS5 Pro this holiday season. So I only talk about a product that I have. If I don't have a product, I don't talk about it. My PC experience is based on the PC experience that I have. And it's been a negative experience. When I talk about the Xbox PC app, clearly it doesn't work. You've seen it. It doesn't work. It's broken. And I'm not going to spend $23 a month gambling and rolling the dice whether or not I can play a game. I'm sorry. I need better assurances and guarantees that I can play those games on that broken ass Xbox app. And I said, I'm done. I refunded my $23. I said goodbye. I'm done with the Xbox app because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Would you be paying something a monthly payment for something that doesn't work? Subscription for a service with a monthly payments that don't work? And I documented all of that. It's all documented. You see, the reason I'm telling you this because I speak from experience. Okay? When something is good, I'll say that it's good. When something is bad, I have to say it's bad. I can't dance around it. And I will certainly not shill for anything. I'm not a shill. Believe me, do you know how many offers I get daily? There's always some developer telling me, hey, would you like to try this game? We're working on this concept. Would you like to try this? Would you like to try that? No, I say no. I'm very selective when it comes to picking up a video game to review or a product to review. I'm very selective who I choose to promote. People say, but you promoted Boosteroid. Because I felt the Boosteroid for a small company did a phenomenal job and far better job than GeForce Now. For a small company from Ukraine, a small startup company with small resources, I felt like, hey, these guys are doing something right. And they're not charging you arm and leg. They're charging you a pretty affordable price. So that's why I promoted Boosteroid for about 1 month. Okay? I promoted Boosteroid. And I did. For 1 month, I promoted them. Because I believed in them, you know. And I still believe in Boosteroid. But they need to prove to me that they're serious about, you know, moving forward with their objectives and what they're trying to achieve. Like, any company needs to understand, okay, what is your objective? What are you trying to achieve? What is your goal? What is your roadmap? Right? And if you can show me any of that, if you can show me a roadmap, if you can show me what your final destination is, what are you trying to achieve, if you have no strategy, then I can support that. Like, I need to know what your strategy is. This is exactly what happened with Stadia. They had no strategy. This is exactly what happened with the Xbox. No strategy. They're all over the place. They're constantly switching and changing things up. They're constantly rolling the dice and experimenting. You can be a successful company if you're constantly experimenting and making changes. You are telling people, you are telling investors that they cannot be trusting you. Nobody wants to invest money into a company that is constantly flip-flopping. Would you like to invest money or buy a stock on a company that it's constantly flip-flopping? And Xbox has done plenty of that, flip-flopping. Oh, we're Xbox, but we're not an Xbox. We're going to the exclusives, but we're not exclusives. We're red lines, no red lines. This is an Xbox, well, this is not an Xbox. We are back, we're this, we're that. You're sending too many mixed messages. You're all over the place. You don't have a clear vision as to where you want to go. As a company, you need to know where you're going. What is your vision? What are you trying to achieve? What is your goal? What is your final destination? What is your strategy? And this is why a lot of these companies, they fail, because they don't know what they're doing. They're just rolling the dice. They're just experimenting. You will never be a successful company if you're just experimenting, and no one will trust you. The investors will never trust you because they're like, well, these guys are always, changing things, So, look, I the way I work, guys, I call it the way I see it. I call it the way I see it. With every product, I call it based on what it is and what I see it, what I see it, what it is for. I call it for what it is. Like I call these trees because they're trees in the forest. I call this the runway because it's the runway. I call this the tablet because it is a tablet with a map on it. I call this the propeller because it's a propeller. So I call it the way I see it. And I review everything based on what it is, not based on what I wanted it to be or what I'm hoping it to be. Forget the hope. Hope is not going to get you nowhere. You need to know exactly where you're going, dude. What is it you're trying to achieve? What is your strategy? Where are you going? You can't be just experimenting, let's just roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. Roll the dice. Yeah. Rolling the dice is not going to get you nowhere. Right? Right? Don't roll the dice. Don't blink twice. Vanilla ice. Vanilla ice. Don't roll the dice. Don't blink twice. Eat some vanilla ice. It's funny, come on. Vanilla ice. Don't blink twice. Roll the dice. Eat some ice cream. Eat some ice cream with rice. There you go. Vanilla ice. Don't blink twice. Roll the dice. And eat some ice cream with rice. Ice cream with rice, I'm telling you. I think it'd be pretty good. Maybe I should call Vanilla Ice right now. Hey, man, you should start making a Vanilla Ice. Don't blink twice. Eat the vanilla ice cream rice. Vanilla ice cream rice. I think it'd be great. What's wrong with vanilla ice cream rice? Even the commercial sounds great, and he can do a commercial. He can do a song. Vanilla ice in the house. Stop. Let's collaborate. Don't blink twice. Roll the dice. Let's eat some vanilla ice cream with rice. Pfft. Come on. It's perfect. It's perfect. Hey, stop. It's vanilla ice in the house. Let's collaborate. Roll the dice. Don't blink twice. Let's eat some vanilla ice cream with rice. Perfect. It's a perfect vanilla ice cream with rice. I'm telling you right now. Anyway. Yo, I think Vanilla Ice might get in touch with me. I think Vanilla Ice might email me tomorrow. Hey man, I heard this business you got proposal. Let's make it happen, man. Vanilla ice cream with rice. I think it'd be a great ice cream. Don't blink twice, roll the dice. Eat some vanilla ice cream with rice. I'm telling you. Only on Mr. Listen, this is why you are subscribed to me. This is why you're watching me. That's the reason why. It's this personality that you're not going to find anywhere else. Believe me, there's only one me. You can go look around. You can go search. Be my guest. Go out there, search. And I'm telling you, there's only one me. You ain't going to find nobody like me out there. It doesn't exist. There's only one me. All right. Anyway. All right. I think we're done with this live stream. It's almost 11:54 a.m. It's almost noon. It's almost noon. Lunchtime. It's almost noon. This was great. This was great. 3 hours and 50 minutes. This was great. And I see you guys like it. You guys really, really enjoy this. Let's see how many likes we got. Let's see. Come on now. 11 likes. 11 likes. See? 11 likes. That means they like it. They like it. Okay? All right. Well, there you have it, guys. If you like what I'm doing, if you like my content, if you like my live streams, if you like my videos, and I have so many videos, so much content daily, from videos being uploaded daily, from live streaming daily, there's always something to watch. You're not going to be bored, right? They're not going to be bored. Just like they were not bored with this. They were entertained. The best entertainment on Sunday morning. This is the kind of stuff should be on pay-per-view. Yes. But since I'm very generous and a good man, I don't want to charge people for this. Just like I didn't charge them for John Wick Returns. That's right. I did John Wick Returns for 2 years. For free. For free. I never broke the character. That's right. But it's okay. People don't have to give me credit. It's all right. All right. It's all good. I'm just saying, this should be on pay-per-view. It was so good. This live stream was so good. It should be on pay-per-view. Absolutely. But if Vanilla Ice, don't blink twice, roll the dice, eat some vanilla ice cream with rice, if he can sponsor these live streams, maybe we can remove the commercials. Hey, Vanilla Ice, don't blink twice. Let's remove these commercials. These annoying commercials. But you have to sponsor it, Vanilla Ice. Call me Vanilla Ice. We need to remove this commercials. Only Vanilla Ice can make this possible, but he would have to sponsor this video and this live stream. And then, I would have to, acknowledge that it's sponsored by Vanilla Ice. Don't blink twice. Roll the dice. Eat some vanilla ice cream with rice. That's right. Okay, well, I wish you guys a happy Sunday. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And like I said, PlayStation VR 2, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, it's an amazing experience. But for you to understand how amazing it is, you will have to try this. You will have to try this VR headset. This is the only way that you will truly have a much better perspective of what it means to put on a VR headset, to be inside this airplane, and to have that experience of flying high up in the high altitude and looking down, right, as you're flying. It's something that you have to try. So you will have to try this. You will have to buy this. This is the only way that you will truly understand the perspective of what it's like to be in VR. Okay? Same goes for MetaQuest 3. You will have to buy it. You will have to try it. It's the only way. All right. All right. Time for me to go. Okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you, my lovely co-pilot. Much appreciated. Thank you for your time. I know you don't say much. That's fine. You're one of those quiet ones. I actually like the quiet ones. I do. No, I do. I like the quiet ones. And you're one of those quiet ones. So, works for me. Okay? It works for me. I like the quiet ones. I like. So, anyway. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you soon. I will see you soon.